Zelda Tears of the Kingdom celebrated its first year since being released, and in that time, countless players took the time to create some amazing builds and capture great highlightable moments from funny fails to incredibly detailed ideas and concepts. I had before collected some clips to showcase on the channel, but I never felt that I had enough of any one type of topic and or theme to make a full video. However, to celebrate the first year of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I decided to bundle up all of the moments that I was able to capture to showcase in one video, and I hope that you will enjoy these highlights. Something that's important to remember, I was still playing on the original version from when the game initially launched to be able to dupe, build, and create all of these highlights that are being shown in this video. This is a single-player offline game, of which Nintendo was hell-bent on taking away the fun of duping by constantly creating patches to remove the act of doing so, all because players kept finding loopholes in their game mechanics. So I proudly refused to update the software from the original version, and say to Nintendo,
I don't give a f***. I will play it and enjoy it however I want.
With all that now out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. Speaking of being on the original version, when I was trying to dupe Zonaite to make some of the builds,
Bruh.
I f***ing hate you, Tulin. I had been working on trying to make an ATST from Star Wars, but I ended up making a machine that looked as though he was running in circles, being completely overjoyed by something. A few seconds later, I saw what he was excited about. The dragon showed up in the background. It's always fun to make autonomous machines that have enough firepower to eliminate enemies for you. Unless I can't handle such a task. So I decided to up the firepower. Just a little bit. You think you weren't going to get in on the fun? Let me help you with that. I never tire of the destruction that one can make from something that flies, as the enemies below are helpless to do anything about it. Unless you crash, or your aircraft somehow blows up your plane in your face. I had seen someone try jumping from the Temple of Time, and land on the ladder leading to the emergency shelter in the center of Lookout Landing, so I wanted to try it out for myself. Just another normal day for Link. Sometimes when trying out a new idea, you get a little bit of friendly fire. Because you underestimated the full power of what you created, and are now as in danger as what you're trying to attack. when your idea both fully didn't go as planned, but still works out. Three out of 4 was passing back in school, so I'll take it. Making vehicles in this game opens up many different opportunities for what's possible as far as dealing damage or just traveling around. For those wanting something simple but durable, for traveling around Hyrule's rocky landscape, this car is perfect. Just make sure when you're testing your designs out, you don't end up doing what I did. Then for those wanting to invade and cause mayhem, this basic tank is both durable, while still having quite a bit of firepower, and it could be modified further with numerous types of weapons, but I kept it simple as it still worked great as it was. I ended up making an airframe that I was unsure was possible to do in this game, but thankfully, because of the right leg depot railing, I finally brought to life and made the first flight of the B-21 Raider. Until I can figure out how to add a self-releasing payload, beam emitters turned out to be a good alternative, as they still cause devastation in its wake. Because of the right leg depot's railing, I was able to bring the Red Baron's plane back to life. Unfortunately, I hadn't acquired a shrine fan at the time to be able to use for the prop. However, the wagon wheel did make it look a little bit more traditional. This train truly embodies a locomotive, as the steering on this train was quite crazy and all over the place. I've always wanted to fly an X-Wing, and thanks to the right leg depot railing, I finally got my wish. From the front, it does actually look close to Vader's TIE Fighter, but when going around the back, I had to fly it around the closest thing that I could find to a Death Star, since obviously it was Anakin who blew up the Death Star, according to one of the Star Wars Acolyte actors' recent comments.
Well, Anakin just killed a whole Death Star. How many people died on that? If you can't look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people.
Now for one of the most fun segments, the war crimes. Because the general rule for them is,
it's never a war crime the first time.
Starting off with something that I call Schrodinger's Bokoblin. But instead of using a bomb, I'm using shock emitters because the explosion would destroy the box, which would no longer retain the mystery of if it's alive or not. I rounded up the minions to force them to watch as I closed the box on the boss, and started the experiment. Looks like this time, it died. Oh well. Now it's time to have the minions fight to the death for their freedom.
Round 1. Fight! Round 2. Fight!
I tried testing out some methods of playing with Koroks. This is the type of ride that you get when you see the amusement park is being held together by duct tape. Link was able to set sail for a nice ride out in the ocean, with his little buddy, who apparently is too lazy to both just go over to his friend, as well as to tell him where all of the Korok seeds are. So, to get him to talk, Link had to do a little bit of convincing. When working out the spring mechanic with the distance into the water, I realized that the Korok can actually be launched if not connected to the railing. So I decided to help my buddy here score big time and get redemption for what didn't happen in the Super Bowl earlier this year. Yeah. The Niners are now drafting him as their new Korok kicker to replace Moody. To round off the video, I thought we'd end on a wholesome note, as Link is a cultured man who enjoys theater. The classic Romeo and Juliet of Hyrule, a Lionel and his Korok. Thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. These are just some of the clips that I found that I never did anything with, so if you want more highlights videos, just let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this kind of content and want to see more, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified whenever a new video comes out.
Come on. Come on. Come on then. There you are. There you are.
And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave it a like. Other than that, I hope you're all staying safe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.